Here I have for you a compilation of videos of news, information, and a little bit of inspiration. And as always, take what resonates and leave the rest. This first clip is Sargon the Great about masks.
Hey yo, peace fam. So it's God, Orion TV, bang, bang, bang. More life family, bliss up, abundance, I done know already. So yo, council, this is retired Vice Admiral Robert Harward. And council, let me tell you guys something. What you're looking at right here is not the original dude. As you guys can see, he's clearly wearing a mask. This man has been replaced, and this disclosure is gonna be crazy because the people who are actually wearing these avatars are some form of aliens, and we have 100% proof as usual. And council, check this out. This is what homie looks like when he's in his normal state. This is him without the mask. You notice his neck is completely normal. Well, for whatever reason, Vice Admiral Robert Harward was replaced. And I'm telling you guys, they're using these Mission Impossible CIA alphabet letter technologies to replace these people. Your favorite actors, your favorite stars, your politicians, everyone, they're being replaced for whatever reason. They might be running, they might have sold their souls, and now they gotta pay the piper, and the demon who they sold their soul to has come to collect. I have no idea what these goofies got themselves into, but I'm telling you, council, this disclosure is coming. It is too obvious. So remember what the Bible says and follow the words. We are the seeds of Adam. They are the serpent seeds. The lines have been drawn. The mitosis has begun. Choose wisely. Let's go. Bang, bang. Yeah, council, let's just be real, fam. We're way past the point of pretending now. It's either you know or you are literally just a high-lick. We are the mnemonics. We got the code. Move accordingly. Chop, chop. Yeah.
Well, the split has happened. It is up to you which side you're going to go. You choose, or it's going to be chosen for you. On this next clip, we all know they've been here. Wake up, people.
When are people going to realize they're here? They've been here. And they just shove it a little more in our faces now. It's like with those files that everyone forgot about. They operate on a totally different frequency. They understand things that a lot of those in lower dimensions will never understand. That is why anyone who talks about it is just seen as crazy. It's why now with AI and all these data centers being built around in every city, people don't know what's real or fake anymore. No one trusts anything they see. That is why discernment matters so much, and not everything you see is what it seems. I also find it interesting that along with the talk of aliens and all this stuff happening, they decide to show this right now to the world, and everyone's talking about it. And it makes me think of this movie that's coming out called Disclosure Day, where it shows aliens disclosing themselves on the news and seeing how society will react. It also reminds me of that girl on the plane who said that motherfucker isn't real, and everyone called her crazy. And then she came back and she just said, oh yeah, I was just overreacting. It's gonna take a lot of discernment in these upcoming days, folks.
Well, guess what? You're being tested. They are testing the grounds to see how you would react. What would you do? How would you feel? What would you say? They've been here. Over 1 million people. They've been here. You've been walking with them. They just gonna start taking off the mask. And in this next clip, it has to do with algorithms. Algorithms that are built by you. Nobody else but you. Check it out.
Motherfuckers thinking that they built the algorithm. They built their algorithm. They built their feed. Your feed is building you, you motherfucker. You telling me I'm scrolling because I'm bored as fuck. I don't even care about none of this shit. I see something strange. Something just stands out to me. Or maybe fuck it, maybe not even nothing strange. You feel me? Maybe it'd be a food video. And I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna stay on this video a little extra longer because I want to read through the comments. I'm curious as to what somebody's saying. Now the algorithm has made a determination for me. Oh, you on that post for a little bit longer. You like this shit, huh? Now we finna show you all different types of variations of this motherfucking food all day and night. You don't see how deceiving that is? Like, imagine a fucking child now. Imagine a little 12, 13-year-old idiot on Instagram and this shit is programmed like, bitch, we watching. Don't look at nothing for too long. Don't even look at something 3 seconds long. We gonna make sure you don't see nothing but that for the next 3 weeks. Every little square on your shit finna be that. And then we gonna tell you that's your idea. This is shit that you love. Shit trying to make you think certain shit, trying to make you care about certain shit while telling you that this is what you care about. This is what you like. You brought this here. This is only here because of you. Don't fall for that shit, man.
Now you know. And it's best not to let kids stay on the internet for so long because they're getting programmed. System is picking up their shit too. Be careful with that. This next clip is about Iran. Depends on tweets from Republicans. Say what?
Listen to this nonsense. Peace in the Middle East depends on tweets from Republicans. That's why I'm wearing the tiara of ridiculousness, because this is where we are. The Iran deal now hangs on support from Republicans being tweeted. That's what the White House is asking Republican Congress members to do so Trump doesn't completely tank the deal. You know, that deal he announced yesterday and was kind of excited about until Republican senators were like, this is the worst deal ever, how dare you? And then all of a sudden overnight, Trump's like, no, we have time, we don't need to do that. So the White House is scrambling because you know what? There is an economic crisis brewing, not just for the United States, but globally, having to do with the Strait of Hormuz. That strait does need to be opened. It's going to have long-term global economic consequences if it does not open soon. So they need this deal to happen in one way or another, whether Republicans like it or not, but Trump won't do it unless he thinks it's popular with his people, aka Republicans. And what's the best way for him to see that? Social media posts. The fate of world peace depends on social media posts. The tiara of ridiculousness is going to stay on tonight.
Wow. It's total craziness. But guess what? Here's more craziness on this next clip. Take a listen.
I've created a list of things society has normalized that are objectively insane. Our phones listen to us to curate ads. We give apps access to facial scanning. Apps collect our fingerprints, voices, faces, browsing history, our contacts, our location, messages. Terms and conditions are longer than college dissertations, but we all click agree anyways without actually knowing what we're agreeing to, because what else are we supposed to fucking do? School children in elementary school, as in kindergarten, first grade, pre-K, they all have to do active shooter drills. Healthcare in the United States is tied to your employment status. People in charge of health insurance claims aren't actually doctors or physicians. Like, they're the ones in charge of saying whether or not your life-saving surgery is covered by insurance. And a vast majority of them have no educational background in medicine. AI now determines whether or not resumes are seen by actual human beings. Cities are covered in surveillance cameras that use AI facial recognition. You quite literally need a subscription for almost everything. Children are growing up entirely online. Companies are allowed to harvest your biometric data. If you live in a smart home, your home literally tracks your behavior so it can have a sense of what you need. Corporations have replaced customer service with fuck-ass chatbots. Social media has started determining beauty standards globally. AI can clone human voices. Governments can track your social media activity. Giant corporations that make billions of dollars pay less in taxes than the average person. There are people becoming emotionally attached to artificial intelligence. If you have any more, feel free to share, but that's all I got for now.
Wow. That was fucking mind blown. Pooh. But you know what's worse? This next clip. Yeah. Supposedly, men are allowed to murder women over birth control. What? Get the fuck out of here.
So a Republican in North Carolina has just introduced a bill that would legally allow men to murder women who use an IUD for birth control, who attempt to end their pregnancy for any reason at any point at any time, or use IVF. Go read it for yourself. They have lost their damn minds. This bill reads, "It is a matter of indisputable scientific fact that a distinct and separate human life begins at the moment of fertilization." That's before the egg is implanted in the uterus. And here's the part they really love. "Any person has the right to defend his or her own life or the life of another person, even by the use of deadly force if necessary." They are literally telling men in this bill, which will probably go nowhere, that you can go ahead and murder a woman for using an IUD or trying to end your pregnancy. And then it says any person who willfully seeks to destroy the life of another person by any means at any stage of life will be held accountable for attempted murder or murder in the first degree. They want to give a fertilized egg full rights under the North Carolina state constitution. So this would not only criminalize birth control and IVF and emergency contraceptions, but this would allow the general public to just murder women. They're not even talking about trying these women. We are talking about giving men the right just to murder women out on the street, free to go if they think she's using an IUD or attempting to end her pregnancy. And they don't care if a woman has been violently assaulted or she's about to lose her life. None of that matters. And yes, this bill will probably go nowhere, but you need to know who our elected officials are. And somebody wrote this bill out and submitted it.
This is fucking ridiculous. So fucking ridiculous. What the fuck are they trying to do? So wrong in all levels. But here on this next clip is talking about social butterflies that want validation and attention. That cheat? I don't know. Check it out.
Social butterflies will cheat on you. Listen to what I'm about to say. People that are social butterflies enjoy being the center of attention. They love group activities. They love being involved around people. They love living in the moment. That's what your social butterfly is. So somebody that enjoys living in the moment will forget about you if you are not there with them in the moment. People that are more antisocial, people that don't really like to go out, I mean, those people can cheat too, but I personally feel like it's the ones that are more outside you have to worry about. Because if you can forget about me in the moment, if you can really enjoy life that much, live your life that fulfillingly in the moment when I'm not around, you can also forget that I exist when I'm not around. You could enjoy the moment with whoever you're enjoying the moment with, whether that was planned or unplanned. You could be at a party with no intention to cheat on me with your friends and then meet somebody that's the vibe of a lifetime and just enjoy the moment with them.
So I don't want to sit here and say she's entirely wrong, because a lot of the things she's saying do, make a lot of sense. But I will say this, and I always say this: if you have a partner who's friendly, there's nothing wrong with that. You cannot control how somebody acts, and what you like doesn't mean someone else is going to like. So example, if you like to stay home and chill, you can't get mad at your partner wanting to go out. You should allow them to do whatever the fuck they want because they're an adult. Here's the thing though, if your partner does not know how to conduct themselves around certain things, that's when you should look at yourself and go, why am I with this person? Because again, y'all, one thing I don't want to do is tell somebody how to do things and all that stuff. You're grown. Like, if you want to go out, you want to hang out with your friends, you want to have boys' night, that's fine. But pay attention to what you're doing, right? Like, you shouldn't be having strippers over, women over, things like that. It should be boys' night with you guys hanging out. That's the whole point of boys' night. There's no girls involved, but you guys don't get that. And that for women, vice versa. I also think a lot of people don't have mouthpieces on them. I can't stand this about a lot of people, and it's probably one of my biggest pet peeves. If you are going to be up in everybody's face and being hella friendly, nothing wrong with that, because again, I don't take it as flirting, I take it as friendly. We're all different. We all get validated by different things. I'm not judging you for that. But if you cannot tell anybody, any other woman, that you're not in a relationship, maybe you shouldn't be there. And also, maybe you shouldn't be in a relationship. We always talk about, a lot of women aren't meant to be wives. Some of you aren't meant to be husbands. Some of you guys aren't good leaders, because if you did know how to lead lead, you would lead properly. And this is not all men, this is not all women, this is just a specific type we're talking about. Y'all, people should be allowed to do whatever they want. I'm getting to an age where, like, I don't want to micromanage everything you do. I want to be alongside of you and know he's got that. I also don't want my partner coming to me every time telling me all these situations that happen with other women, because can't you handle it on your own? You know, if it gets to the point where you told her, hey, I got a girl and she keeps pushing up on you, call me. But I don't think everybody who's friendly is like this, y'all, in my personal opinion, because I used to be friendly. I'm not as friendly anymore, and I've never cheated, and I never will. I'm not putting myself in a situation to make my partner hate me. I can't stand being like mad at each other. It bothers me. Also, another thing, I'm not as friendly anymore, and I like to stay home and chill. And that doesn't mean anything either, y'all. I've met people before who stay home, chill, and they'll still cheat. They could still watch porn. They could still be lustful. They're fucking jacking off to pixels, or women are doing stuff behind closed doors. Don't ever think for 1 second that just because someone's out, they're cheating. Don't think for 1 second because someone's inside, they're not cheating. You know what I mean? Everybody's different. That's why they say, take your time to get to know these people and you figure out who people are. Because I'm telling you now, y'all, there's people who go out there, they're friendly, and they need that extra validation. Pay attention to whether your partner's insecure, whether your partner needs constant validation, because everybody wants validation in some way. But if your partner doesn't love themselves enough and they need validation from people all the time, you're probably going to get a person who's going to cheat on you eventually. But again, you can see cheating coming from a mile away once you've already experienced it. In the beginning, when you've never been cheated on, you might not know what the signs look like. But I'm telling you, if your partner's making friends with the opposite sex, doing inappropriate things, texting, calling them, taking them out, doing stuff like without letting you know, that's another thing that will let you know a partner's going to be on their way of cheating. If they don't let you know certain things, like if I was going to go hang out with the opposite sex, I would let them know. If your partner doesn't do that, yeah, buddy, you're in for a treat. So just be careful. Vice versa, men and women, this goes for both of y'all. So in my opinion, y'all, I think people are going to be people regardless, whether they're friendly or not. Cheaters are cheaters, man. They come in all forms, shapes, and sizes. Don't ever watch a video, y'all, and it make you mad at the person that you're with, because you can literally be with somebody who doesn't fit that. It just sounds good because some people make this type of video. I don't like when people make videos like this, y'all, and don't explain certain things, because not everybody who's friendly is going to cheat. I'm telling you that right now. So just be careful.
Well, there's a lot of good points being made here. Literally great points. And some of them, they hit home. But I can tell you one thing. You men and women need to make a decision. And that decision is, if you want to be in a relationship, know that it's going to take a lot of time, a lot of consistency, a lot of effort, sacrificing. And if you don't want to do any of those, then don't be in a relationship. Just don't. You want to be on social media and you want attention and you want to be validated and you just want to be known and all that. Don't be in a relationship, because you can break your partner's heart for real. You will make them feel like they're nothing. They're not important. They're not your option. They're not the one. So please think about it before you get into relationships. Think about what you're doing when you're online. You know, and I hate to say this, but it's true. You people that are taking substances like drugs and weed and just alcohol, you have no idea that when you're under the influence, you are a total different person. I don't care what you say. You get sluggish, you get foggy. You don't remember the shit you do or what you're looking at. So, please, you people think about it. Being in a relationship, it takes a lot of energy. And if you're not willing to give that energy, then just fuck off. Leave people alone. Stay single. This way you can do whatever you want, but you know, even though you're single, you do whatever you want, you're still going to attract the wrong people, because you're literally not walking as an individual should. That's all I can say about that. This next clip is with Marcus Taylor, and he's talking about the whore of Babylon.
Donald Trump and the governments are releasing fallen angel files, not UFO files. Do not fall for the bait. Everything is dealing with the Statue of Liberty, or I should say, the whore of Babylon. The whore of Babylon is known to ride the seven-headed beast. All you have to do is go to the Statue of Liberty head and count the horns. When you get done counting the horns, please go down to the Statue of Liberty feet. Look at the shackles. This video is about to get a little dark and a little deep. Stay with me. Remember the flood New York City just had? I'm gonna come back. Donald Trump just showed up for the New York Giants. New York City is known as the Big Apple. The Big Apple represents the apple that Adam and Eve ate. This apple symbolizes knowledge, information, and wisdom. That's why teachers always have an apple on their desk. Something is not right. Watch out for New York City, the Big Apple. Go ask Trump, why did he show up for the New York Giants? They said the fallen angels are Nephilim, the Giants. New York City just had a flood. What did they say? God created a flood to wash away the Giants. Everything in this reality is symbolic. We are not dealing with UFOs. We are dealing with the Nephilim or the fallen angels. They are trying to say that it's in New York City. We don't have freedom. We have liberty. France is the country that gave United States the Statue of Liberty. Wembanyama is the giant that came from France. Remember New York City thunderstorms. Right now, Wembanyama is playing OKC, the Thunder, the storm that washed away the Giants, the storm that washed away the New York Giants. Watch out for the Statue of Liberty. I will not be shocked if the New York Knicks is playing at San Antonio Spurs in the championship. The Giant is coming to New York City. The Big Apple. Babylon is falling. Babylon is falling. Remember that.
Well, if you don't see it by looking outside, scrolling through your screen, Babylon is falling. The system is falling. The split has already appeared, is already here. What are you waiting for? Choose a side. Otherwise, it's going to be chosen for you. If you made it this far, thank you very much. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Until next time, next episode coming.